afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Metropolitan Stadium.
Call it in the air, please.
Heads.
Heads, he calls.
Hey, listen now. 4 quarters, 60 minutes, and we're the champions.
All right, guys, now big thing, poise under pressure. The whole game, 60 minutes of pressure, but on both sides, not just the Eagles.
That's right.
We keep the pressure on them. They'll be doing the same to us. Play mistake-free football, and let's set the tempo. Get at it. All right, ready? Hey! Welcome to the National Football League, men.
(1978). It was the NFL's longest season, and teams played more games than ever before. (1978) was the most competitive season ever. Division races were tighter, no longer dominated by a single team. What used to be a game of Monopoly became a genuine scramble instead. As always, it was a season that reflected the men who were part of it. Men of action and men of thought. In 1978, more coaches changed jobs than ever before, and each performed his own brand of magic on his men.
What we need right now, men, is what I talked to you about many times during the course of the year. We're backed up a little bit. We just need to flush it all out. We just need to flush it all out. So let's just go out there today and just have fun. Listen, we can throw all day long now. All we got to do is just, and we can run too. We got to score a lot of points. That's what we got to do.
An eye backfield, Miller and Greg Pruitt. Greg Pruitt gets a block from Cleophas Miller. He's at the 45, the 50, the far sideline, the 45, the 40, cuts back inside, breaks tackles along the way, the 30-yard line. Breaks another tackle, one more, the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Greg Pruitt. Seemingly the entire Cleveland Browns team off the bench and on the field to congratulate Greg Pruitt.
We needed that. That's like an enema.
The running game was not the only solution to a problem. In fact, in 1978, flight prevailed over might. New rules encouraged passing, and spectators as well as coaches were singing the praises of the pass receiver. Receivers were given more freedom while running their patterns, enabling them to concentrate completely on catching the ball. Another new rule permitted a receiver to deflect or tip the ball to a teammate. Just when fans were growing weary of low-scoring defensive struggles and predictable outcomes, 1978 brought a bracing dose of old-fashioned last-second heroics.
Atlanta has the ball at the 43-yard line. So the Falcons will have to go 57 yards for a score here, and they need a touchdown, not a field goal. They trail 17-13. Bartkowski with a snap, drops the throw. Clock is running now, down to 17. Throws long. Everybody's down there. The Saints look like they're there. There's the ball in the air. Jackson catches it. Touchdown, Atlanta. Unbelievable. There are no penalty flags. The Atlanta Falcons have come from behind with 10 seconds to go in the ball game. They are wrestling in the end zone, and the Falcons have taken the ball game with 10 seconds to go. Whoa! Could have believed it.
While the pass receivers created many of the year's magic moments, the quarterbacks were the real mighty men of the offense. They were the fighting generals who dominated Sunday's battle. The passing attack of the San Diego Chargers was under the command of quarterback Dan Fouts. Fouts, number 14, had the most successful season of his 6-year career. And because of him, the Chargers gained more yards passing than any team in the NFL. The New England Patriots gained the most yards running, and their quarterback, Steve Grogan, number 14, ran for more yards than any quarterback in the league. A running quarterback must be resilient and tough. Grogan is, and he led the Patriots to their first division title in 15 years. While Grogan is a durable quarterback, Dan Pastorini, number 7, is an inspirational one. With a damaged knee, a bruised shoulder, and wearing a specially designed Army flak jacket to protect his 3 broken ribs, Pastorini guided the Houston Oilers to 2 victories in the playoffs. He conquered pain as well as his opponents, and his courage was something his teammates would never forget. When Roger Staubach was a midshipman at the Naval Academy, he set passing records that have never been equaled. Now, in his 10th year with the Dallas Cowboys, he was this season's top-rated passer. With Staubach at the helm, Dallas led the league in scoring and sailed into the Super Bowl for the 2nd straight year. In 1978, yards were gained and points were scored at a record rate as quarterbacks everywhere put the ball in the air more often than ever before. Passes, both long and short, provided many thrills, but it was a pass that the Oakland Raiders never threw that set off the most unusual game-winning play of 1978.
Oakland trails 20-14. 10 seconds left. The crowd takes up a chant of defense. Robisky and Banaszak are the backs. Slot right, Branch inside. Bradshaw, Stabler back. Here comes the rush. He sidesteps. Can he throw? He can't. The ball flipped forward is loose. A wild scramble. 2 seconds on the clock. Casper grabbing the ball. It is ruled a fumble. Casper has recovered in the end zone. The Oakland Raiders have scored on the most zany, unbelievable, absolutely impossible dream of a play.
Madden is on the field. He wants to know if it's real. They said yes. Get your big butt out of here. He does. There's nothing real in the world anymore. The Raiders won the football game. The Chargers are standing, looking at each other. They don't believe it. Nobody believes it. I don't know if the Raiders believe it. It's not real. 52,000 people minus a few lonely Raider fans are stunned. A man would be a fool to ever try and write a drama and make you believe it. This one will be relived forever.
In 1978, rule makers gave offensive linemen a break. For the first time, they were allowed to extend their arms and open their hands while pass blocking. The new technique cut down sacks, but one mistake could still lead to a quarterback ache. Not to mention other parts of the anatomy. In 1978, the arcane art of pass protection was best illustrated by the Houston Oilers. As a unit, they gave their quarterback, Dan Pastorini, the best protection in the NFL. Led by head coach Bum Phillips, the Houston Oilers opened the 1978 season as a long-shot contender for a playoff berth.
Didn't make any difference was the first quarter or the fourth quarter. Told you we was going to win it, and we won it. Damn good job. Yeah. Whoa.
We're going to give 2 game balls. One of them, the guy that come out of the goddamn hospital bed, and you know, quarterback this, and the other one, the number 34, baby.
Early success sent confidence soaring, and a new star blossomed in Texas. Number 34 was Earl Campbell. His teammates called him Rose. Earl Campbell roared out of Tyler, Texas, already a Lone Star legend. Few expected the Heisman Award winner from the University of Texas to turn Houston around in his rookie year. But soon it was obvious that this was no ordinary rookie. The Tyler bowling ball packed 225 pounds of power and launched it with sprinter speed. Campbell's style fit the Oilers nicely. By November, the Oilers were ready to make their move. On a Monday night against Miami, Houston showed the nation what Texans already knew.
Pitch back goes to Earl Campbell. Breaks a tackle at the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. At the 50, he may go. At the 30, at the 20, at the 10, at the 5, touchdown!
Miami fell 35-30, and the Oiler Express thundered toward the playoffs. Campbell became the first rookie since Jimmy Brown to lead the NFL in rushing, and Houston clinched a wild card playoff berth. From here on, the road got tougher. First to Miami for a rematch with the Dolphins. Houston beat Miami again and kept right on rolling, north to New England. The Patriots fell 31-14. And the Oiler Cannonball was one game away from a championship. On a somber Pittsburgh Sunday, Oiler dreams were laid to rest. In a freezing rain, Houston fumbled 6 times, and the long ride was over. 1978 was a season of achievement. Compared to the previous year, 17 teams improved their records. Even the league's most notorious loser finally emerged from the shadows of defeat. For more than a decade, Philadelphia has been the graveyard of pro football. Then in 1976, Eagle owner Leonard Toews hired Dick Vermeil as head coach. Vermeil began the 1978 season with an improved team, but one that faced the toughest schedule in the NFC.
We've worked hard to get to where we are in a position that we can play a good football team and beat them. Now, we haven't beaten the Rams yet, but that's what we've worked to do. That's what we are prepared to do, to beat the Rams. Now, we may not be able to do it, but we won't know until we've played 4 quarters of football. And they sure as hell hadn't beaten us yet. Hey, we're going to beat them, guys. It's our turn.
The snap from Dennis Franks. Here is the punt, and it is blocked. Pat Thomas blocks it in the end zone, and the ball is, let's see if they say he recovers it for the touchdown.
The Eagles began another new season with an old habit. They lost to the Los Angeles Rams.
Cromwell recovers the ball.
Who blocked it?
Outside man.
That's embarrassing. 10-man rush, he walks in and blocks it. Guys, we were close, and we almost got her done. Almost doesn't count. You give them a block punt for a touchdown, you can't win. That Los Angeles Rams team has as much talent as anybody in football. And I'll tell you, you don't have to be embarrassed about your performance. I'm proud of you. I'm disappointed for you. I'm disappointed for you. I'm disappointed for the coaching staff and Mr. Toast and everybody else. But damn it, we're a good football team. And don't let anybody tell you different.
Vermeil restored hope and confidence to a team that had lacked both for years, and the Eagles went on to win 8 of their next 12 games. To be a winning coach, you sometimes must be lucky. On November 19th, the Eagles trailed the New York Giants at the Meadowlands with only seconds to play. In fact, New York had only to fall on the ball one more time to ensure a victory.
Under 30 seconds left in the game. From here on in, Pizarchik can just fall on the football, and there is nothing the Eagles can do. And Pizarchik fumbles the football. It's picked up by Herman Edwards. 15, 10, 5, touchdown Eagles. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I do not believe what has occurred here, ladies and gentlemen. Talk about miracles, folks. I do not believe this one, but it has happened as the Eagles beat the Giants 19-17 before a shock crowd.
The miracle of the Meadowlands was merely a prelude to the true magic moment of the Eagles season. One month later, in the final game of the season, these Philadelphia Eagles would get the chance to win a distinction which they had always wanted, but never had.
Well, guys, 12 years. 12 years have gone by since the Eagles have been a winner. We're going to come out winners today. You've worked like winners. You've played like winners. Sure, we've won a couple we should have lost. But I'll tell you something else. We've lost a few we should have won. We're right where we ought to be, playing for the first winning season since 1966. Hey, God love all of you. Hey, all right. Get tight, get tight. Hey, good.
Come on! Come on! Oh, come on! Get him!
Let's get heat on that guy now, huh? Let's get heat on that guy.
Pizarchik on a slant in. Intercepted. Intercepted by Frank Lemaster, who picks it up for a touchdown. And that could seal it up. That could do it right there. That could do it.
That was for you. That's for you.
Dick Vermeil, winner and Coach of the Year in the NFC. Super Bowl XIII was a circus of big plays that resulted in the most exciting Super Bowl championship ever. It featured Dallas and Pittsburgh, the two teams who have dominated the decade of the 70s. The Cowboys jumped to an early lead, but the superior firepower of the Steelers soon took its toll. Fittingly, the super season of '78 ended with a game that was everything a championship is supposed to be. For the last 10 years, the most successful teams in pro football have been the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. In 1978, the Steelers, coached by Chuck Noll, and the Cowboys, coached by Tom Landry, again were conference champions and won the right to meet in the 13th Super Bowl. It seemed fitting that the last Super Bowl of the 1970s would match the two teams who have dominated the decade. Early in the first quarter, the 80,000 fans at Super Bowl XIII were treated to the kind of football that has become a trademark of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Right down their throat. Come on, Terry.
Bradshaw, the quarterback for the Steelers. Bradshaw hesitates and then throws deep for Stallworth in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Johnny Stallworth caught it between two Dallas Cowboys, and the Steelers are on the board first. How about that?
Terry Bradshaw is a country boy, and perhaps his touchdown pass to John Stallworth was inspired by the country proverb, which advises, when you're invited to the biggest party of the year, you dance with who brung you. Bradshaw had gotten to the Super Bowl by passing, so it never occurred to him to play cautiously and establish his running game first. His pass caught Dallas unprepared and gave Pittsburgh a 7-0 lead. Pittsburgh's defense was just as bold as its offense. They blitzed their linebackers, often surprising Roger Staubach with a 5- or 6-man pass rush. Late in the first quarter, on a 3rd down, they moved 8 men up to the scrimmage line. With all their manpower in the pass rush, the Steelers sacrificed themselves in the secondary. And once Tony Hill gathered in Staubach's quick pass, he scored easily. The 8-man rush had forced the Steelers to cover the dangerous Dallas receivers man for man. Another look at the play reveals that Mel Blount, number 47, was so intent on guarding Drew Pearson, he never reacted to Hill's reception. But perhaps the most remarkable part of this touchdown play was Roger Staubach's quick and accurate pass under extreme pressure.
Direct snap to Staubach. He barely gets in the way. It is caught at the 25. Here goes Tony Hill over the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Cowboys!
That is twice the Steelers have threatened and given the maximum blitz on 3rd down and long. And that, I think, might be the kind of a spark that will get the Cowboys going as we move toward the second quarter.
The second quarter began like the first, with Bradshaw throwing. Only now his mighty arm seemed ineffective as the Cowboy defense anticipated his every move. The Superman of the Steelers became a bumbling Clark Kent, an easy pushover for the big bullies from Dallas.
There's a delayed blitz, and Bradshaw fumbles the ball, picks it up, rolls out. Caught and dropped by Thomas Hollywood. It's picked up now by Hagman. It's Mike Hagman. He's to the 15, the 10, the 5, and in for a touchdown if it all stands. Dallas moves out to a 14-7 lead. Bradshaw has had 2 fumbles and 1 interception.
And he, at times, has not thrown the football well. He started off pretty well, directing that 56-yard touchdown drive, but he's since been ragged.
The play that gave Dallas a 14-7 lead began as a rollout pass. But when Bradshaw collided with Franco Harris, the ball popped loose. While Bradshaw retrieved his fumble, Thomas Henderson and Mike Hagman stalked him like 2 burglars. One held him, the other robbed him. Hagman's touchdown was a bitter pill for the Steelers to swallow, but it was just the tonic they needed. When they regained the ball, John Stallworth turned a routine sideline pass into a marathon 75-yard touchdown run that tied the game. Stallworth's run tied the record for the longest scoring play in Super Bowl history. Stallworth is from Alabama, and down there, the locals say that he's like a blend of sipping whiskey and white lightning. Smooth, with a good, strong finishing kick. With 5 minutes left in the first half, Super Bowl XIII had turned into a circus of big plays. In 1978, the Pittsburgh Steelers had the best record in the NFL. They are a mature, physically powerful squad with a special confidence that allows them to reach for heroism instead of merely trying to avoid mistakes. With 2 minutes left in the half, Bradshaw boldly blended the varied talents of his teammates. Like a skilled conductor, he directed them in a classic 2-minute drill. At the Dallas 7-yard line with 33 seconds left in the half, Bradshaw called a pass-run option play. Pursued by the Cowboys and with no room to run, he finally spotted Rocky Bleier in the end zone.
What a heck of a catch that was by Rocky Bleier, huh?
Would you have expected Rocky Bleier to turn into Nijinsky?
It was Nijinsky.
Oh, then Nijinsky was a great ballet dancer.
Well, Cowboys trail by 7 again.
When the second half began, the Dallas offense struck quickly to get back what its defense had so grudgingly given away in the closing seconds of the first half. Dallas drove to the Pittsburgh 10-yard line late in the third quarter.
Now's the time.
It seemed certain they would score the touchdown that would turn Super Bowl XIII into a tie game again.
It's 3rd down and 3, Dallas at the Pittsburgh 10. Roger back to throw, has a man open in the end zone, caught, touchdown, drop! Dropped in the end zone, Jackie Smith all by himself. Oh, bless his heart, he's got to be the sickest man in America. Oh, Jackie was so wide open in the end zone, it was incredible. And he could not hang on to the ball.
A catch by Smith would have tied the score. Instead, Dallas had to settle for a field goal and trailed Pittsburgh by 4 points at the end of the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, another pass that wasn't caught did even more damage to the Cowboys. This one was intended for Lynn Swann of the Steelers. An interference penalty against number 31, Benny Barnes, turned this incomplete pass into a 33-yard gain for Pittsburgh. Bradshaw's pass to Swan was a reckless throw that was up for grabs the moment it floated into the secondary. When Barnes tripped, Swan stumbled over it. What hurt the Cowboys just as much as the penalty was the manner in which Pittsburgh easily converted their good fortune into a crucial touchdown.
Bradshaw giving the ball to Franco through the middle, then over the 15, the 10, the 5, touchdown Pittsburgh. They opened it up down the middle, and the big guy went straight ahead through the hole. He knocked them loose in every direction, and the Steelers go on the board with it.
Franco Harris's touchdown was an alert decision by Terry Bradshaw. He called the play at the scrimmage line when he noticed an opening through the center of the Dallas defense. Charlie Waters, number 41, tried to close the hole, but he collided with an official. And Harris had an open road to the end zone. While the Steelers celebrated their 11-point lead, another touch of misfortune awaited the rankled Cowboys. On the ensuing kickoff, Roy Jarrella slipped, and his kick bounced directly to defensive tackle Randy White. A cast on White's fractured thumb prevented him from getting a grip on the ball, and it squirted loose before he was hit.
Fumble! Ball loose! Still fighting for it at the 21. It is Pittsburgh's ball. Holy mackerel! Here we go, Steelers! Here we go! Here we go, Steelers! Here we go! Here we go, Steelers! Here we go! Bradshaw's back. And he's going to Swan, and Swan makes a circus catch in the end zone. Unbelievable catch for the touchdown. He was up in the air and made a circus catch. He looked like a flying circus, and the Southern Cal Flyer pulled it in. Holy smokes, 18 yards, and they strike again.
Swan's catch was Bradshaw's 4th touchdown pass of the day. It put Pittsburgh ahead 35-17. With only 6 minutes to play, Dallas trailed by 18 points. There were tears in the eyes of Texas, but seldom was heard a discouraging word by the Cowboys themselves.
Get it again, Dennis! It ain't no blitz. It ain't no blitz. There he is, Tony.
In 1963, Roger Staubach's legs won him the Heisman Trophy at the Naval Academy. Now, 15 years later, they served him well again. Staubach and Tony Dorsett, number 33, gained most of the yardage in a furious 8-play, 90-yard drive. Staubach passed to Billy Joe Dupree for a touchdown that cut the Steelers' lead to 11 points.
And now here comes the onside kick. It comes to the left side, and the Steelers drop it, and the Cowboys recover. Dallas has the football at the 49-yard line. Dennis Thurman picked it up, and the Cowboys may still be alive.
Get him now! Get him now! Get that quartet! Get him!
With only 2 minutes to play, Dallas needed 2 touchdowns to win. As they drove down the field again, it was an appropriate occasion to summon up the old cliches which salute gallant losers who play on for pride and self-respect when all hope for victory has vanished. But no, this was a team that truly believed it still could win.
Staubach takes the ball, now he's looking, pumps, throws, open man, touchdown. Score is 35-31 in Super Bowl 13.
Again, Dallas broke through Pittsburgh's defense, but now they were caught in the deadly squeeze of the clock.
22 seconds on the clock.
The Cowboys' remote chance for victory disappeared into the arms of Rocky Bleier.
It's all over, and the Pittsburgh Steelers have become the first team in the history of the National Football League to win 3 world championships.
The Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Dallas Cowboys in a Super Bowl that was everything the championship game is supposed to be. Perhaps Franco Harris said it best. This was the greatest game I ever played in.
This NFL Films production has been brought to you by the National Football League. The NFL is online at www.nfl.com.